These are some things that I have fed my creativity to make it shrivel up and die. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is entertaining bad friendships. The ones that just suck your energy, the ones that are constantly one-sided, the ones that just perpetuate drama, the repeat offenders. They have to go. The people that are in my circle really support me, and I feel so much better. I've learned this year that actually resting is not just sitting on my phone in bed or watching TV. Resting is actually doing things that recharge my body and my mind, and I've been trying to focus more on doing that, like laying in the sunshine and eating good food and just doing things that bring me joy instead of overstimulating me. Another thing is thinking of how a piece would have sellability before going with my creative intuition, and that is probably one of my biggest issues. Not my biggest issues, but just the fact that I am not putting my creative first and my marketing needs to be second. It's really hard for me to do that sometimes because I absolutely adore content creation and marketing, and like, how is this going to appeal to my audience and just all of that jargon. It should not come first, because I feel like a good artist is one that can make whatever they want that brings them joy, and then have the tools to market it in order to sell it. Marketing last, creativity first. A big one for me is thinking a certain number equals success. So like money, follower or like count, number of pieces made, etc. I make up all of these imaginary rules or things to meet, and it's unattainable. And honestly, once you get to that number, like, how do you feel? It's very short-term satisfaction. And to be honest with you, like, I've been at the same follower count for over a year. It does frustrate me, but at the same time, like, I am not making art for other people. I am making art for me, and I really need to redefine what success means to me. And I've been thinking about that so much lately, and success doesn't just mean I made X amount of dollars this month, even though that is a goal. Success looks differently for so many people, and I feel like for me, yes, I would love making a certain amount of dollars every single month, but that isn't the only way that I should define success. It's looking at all of the different facets of my life and in my business and defining success with that. Like, I'm doing what I love every single day. Check. I have a circle of people that I love and they love and support me. Check. I'm helping pay bills. Check. I have returning customers. Check. Things like that. Things that aren't monetary and don't have a number, I'm trying to really focus on, because I used to really, and I still catch myself doing this, dwell on the fact that, oh, I only have a dozen pieces for this job. It's still a dozen pieces. That is a dozen things that didn't exist last month that are going out into the world eventually. I have pieces that are from over a year ago still in my inventory. It does bother me a little bit, but that just means that the right person hasn't seen it yet. Just because the majority doesn't like it doesn't mean that it's not valuable. It just means it hasn't found that one person that values it a ton. Reading through Monet's biography, like, people did not see his work as valuable for a while. That didn't make his early pieces not valuable. The audience just wasn't right yet. Another thing is constantly consuming others' content / drama / art, mainly on social media, because I feel like media off of a screen is completely different than consuming it online. They make social media to be addicting on purpose. Just the act of doom scrolling sucks the creativity juices just right out of you. It's completely different on Pinterest versus Instagram. Like, Pinterest is a source of huge creativity for me. I think it all just comes down to the fact that I don't know the people on Pinterest, and I do know them on Instagram. I'm using air quotes, you can't see them, but know them. And it's the social part. that it gets too much sometimes, and it definitely needs to be in moderation, and I just need to find the ratio that is more creation than consuming, because I love social media. I've always loved it, even from a young age, and I've just realized that in order for me to really love it again like I used to, I need to start treating it how I used to. I used to only be able to have it on my laptop because I wasn't old enough to have a phone, and I only had my art supplies and my camera, and I'd spend all day doing stuff and then could not wait to post it later. Like, I couldn't post it immediately because I didn't have internet. I need to go back to that. Another thing is, I didn't think I had a comparison issue until I literally deleted all of the apps off of my phone and had time for boredom. And I even read somewhere, like during one of my design classes, that artists have to have boredom in order to create art. Like, it's a necessity, and I can absolutely agree with that statement. I have felt the best I have in so long just by allowing myself to sit in the boredom and in the nothing. And I think my attention span is getting better. So after experiencing that, it's hit me that comparison is the biggest threat to creativity, and just being frustrated that I don't have a sold out collection. Like, I've never had a sold out collection before. But again, I'm not making art for the viewer, I'm making art for me, the artist. Social media, I feel like, has completely distorted the whole point of art. It's so easy to get sucked into the analytics instead of taking up space as an artist and sharing art and allowing others to support you through your art. I feel like that's huge, and the social media companies have just completely distorted it. Do I still want to make money with my art? Absolutely. Do I believe in the artist must be starving in order to be real artists? BS. Absolutely not. I believe an artist should be able to create whatever they want and have the knowledge to sell it. But I also have lost sight of creating to feel joy. And I'm thinking of like the meaning or the marketing way too quickly, too early in the process. It varies. But sometimes you have an idea, you know what the meaning is, you know what you want to do before you even begin creating. And other times it's, I just want to create and I don't care where it goes, and so you just start. My last year of school, there was a lot of talk of your art has to have meaning. Like, why is it like that? Why did you do it that way? And so I'm having to unlearn some of those things, because I do think it's good to know why you're making something, but that is not the biggest, I don't feel like for me that is the biggest importance, is figuring out the why. That can come later. And so just finding the joy in creating again and remembering that marketing comes last is what I really need to focus on. And it's really hard for me because I love marketing. But I think that's what I have to do in order to protect or make sure that my creativity stays optimal. Anytime I have forced my creativity to do something it wasn't ready for, it died soon after. I'm learning to feed my creativity things that will help it grow. I'm learning that protecting my peace is protecting my creativity. Creativity ebbs and flows, but I need to protect it better so it never gets too far gone. And just making sure that my creativity is never in a place where I can't rejuvenate it easily if I am in a rut, because I do know those things happen. But just thinking of my creativity as this thing that needs to be protected and cultivated has really helped me look at the things that I'm doing in my life and going, is this harming or growing my creativity? Because I rely on it so much. I want it to continue to grow. I think I'm at like day 10 of not having social media on my phone, and it has been incredible. I've been thinking about this creativity topic for weeks, and today I was enjoying the sunshine for a little bit, and it all just kind of hit me, and I felt like I wanted to share it with you. So I hope at least one thing made you feel seen. I hope that it helps you. I'll talk to you later.